All right, we're going to talk a little bit about history now. Not boring history, squirrel history. There you go. Here is L'Oreal. L'Oreal was named L'Oreal because he had a bright blonde, bleach blonde tail, and so he looked like, you know, is it real or is it L'Oreal or whatever? So we named him L'Oreal. But as you can see, his tail turned black very quickly too. Then we had another squirrel named Henna. Henna had a bright red tail. Henna's tail also turned black. Now what we're wondering is, as Paula brought up, are the brown's tails going to turn color? And if so, how am I going to recognize them when they come back? The ones that have moved into the deep woods, how will I recognize them when they come back? Well, and that's where L'Oreal lives, I think, is in the deep woods, or at least on the edge of it. He comes here every day, so he probably doesn't live in the deep woods, but he lives over there. He lives in those woods that I suspect the Browns moved to, and I hope they're still alive. So the history part of the lesson is over, although this is L'Oreal in the present day. So now we're going to look at Bobby Brown and Pinky Brown and see what their colors, what their tails look like, because they almost, I think they're starting to turn. They look to me like their tails might be starting to turn. We were just talking about, are the Brown's tails going to change color? Well, look underneath Bobby's tail. When L'Oreal's tail changed color, this was how it did. Was it started from the inside and worked its way out, which is, I guess, the way hair grows. I remember when I had bleach blonde hair and people said, which one's your real color? It's like, the one that grows out of my head is the real color. Gosh, if Bobby's beautiful tail is gonna turn dark, because if it does, Bobby, I'm gonna have trouble recognizing you. I use that tail, and I don't want you to lose a hand for me to start recognizing you, the way L'Oreal did. Okay, so when L'Oreal had the bright blonde tail, that was how I recognized him, although I thought he was a her. Then, while his tail was still partially blonde, mostly blonde, he showed up here missing a paw. And I had not seen him in weeks, so I thought he was gone. Then I saw the tail and I was so relieved, and I have this video where I was walking towards him going, oh, L'Oreal, thank God it's you. And he turns around and he's missing a paw. It was so heartbreaking. And I thought he was a goner, but it's, I don't know if it's a year and a half or 2 years later. I can't even remember now. It's been so long that he's had 3 paws. And he's doing just fine. And he still lives over there. He doesn't need any special attention or anything. Hey, we were just talking about you. We were talking about your tail. Do I see some black showing up there? Because I think I do. Look at that. That is how L'Oreal's hair, hair turned as well. Was it started looking, and it had this stage where it was really cool, where it was all, there was a black stripe down the center of it and the blonde still on the outside. And now that's how Bobby looks from the back. So, I don't know what's gonna happen here, but I will track it. And I had video day by day tracking Henna, and I at one point did put it together, and I made a video of how fast squirrel's hair color changes, because it's amazing. Like how fast does it grow that it just, if it happens here with Bobby, we'll see. It's like in a week's time, maybe 2 weeks, the whole tail changes, and it's just amazing because it takes humans such a longer time to grow their hair out. And there's L'Oreal. And then you wonder, like, do they lose hair at that fast rate and just replenish it? I don't know. L'Oreal, when your hair changed, did you have to grow back all new hairs, or did the hair you have just change color? I'm not sure if he knows. Look at L'Oreal's tail right now. He's still a stunner. His tail is just gorgeous. So here's the back of Pinky's tail. Bobby, are you gonna go get your hair did and not tell me? You gotta tell me, okay? And if you do, you gotta, if it all happens at once, you gotta run up to me and slap me on the calf and look me in the eye to let me know it's you or something. All right. How are we gonna know? gonna know?